Listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving.
We're bringing it on home at 11:11 with Lacy McDonald. No, you aren't just right organized. It's been a damn Wednesday. Yeah. So, you missed the Wienermobile.
I missed the Wienermobile.
And you're right next door.
I know. I almost could have just looked out my window and seen it, but
They were fun. They were good folks. And I can't believe I took my phone out there and we did a selfie Zoom tour. It's kind of interesting. We'll see how it goes. I didn't see it, so we'll find out how it
Oh, you haven't
works.
seen the
haven't
tour
seen
yet.
it yet.
I'll watch that.
I'm better at. I think I'm a good Tim Azell.
Well, then
I think I did
shoot
my
high.
part. Yeah. So you heard about Lincoln's New Salem.
I did.
But the 100 years ago.
100 years ago.
Lincoln's New Old Salem.
Yes. Okay. I actually ended up printing out the newspaper article that confused me so much. This is the first one I found. This is from June 26th. So I think that they'd already started talking about it in the newspaper, but it says Scout Troop Number 3 wins trip to New Old Salem, Abraham Lincoln's old home. And so it kept saying New Old Salem, and then some articles would say Old Salem, and some would say New Salem, and it's because it had just become a state park in 1919. So this is just 5 years later, and it was New Salem. New Salem was the name of the town and is the name of the state park. But at that point in 1924, there was nothing there. It was just pasture. So it was old New Salem because it didn't have anything. It was no longer a town. And this is the crazy part. I didn't realize this. So it only existed for 6 years. Or no, he lived there for 6 years. It only existed for like 11 years, 13 years. It was platted, New Salem was platted in 1829. Lincoln lived there from 1831 to 1837, and then in the early 1840s, it was just abandoned. So when it became a state park, there was nothing there at all.
What?
Yeah!
So by the way, I was typing in your lower third there this week in local history. I heard Salem so much it said local Salem for a couple of seconds. So what was the decision? Was there just one that said my question is, when did Lincoln's importance really come into play? Was it always there? Was there ever like a couple of years where the country really didn't like President Lincoln after, during his presidency, after his presidency, and then he was appreciated, or was he always just this grand figure?
That's a really good question, and there are so many Lincoln historians out there, and they might know more than I do on this. But from what I kind of understand, after the 1858 debates, he was on the national stage. So even though the debates between him and Stephen Douglas were about Illinois, about becoming an Illinois senator, that really propelled him to greater heights. He always had detractors. Like, you can find like political cartoons about Lincoln where you're, well, this is mean. But I would say in general, he was, from when we went to national prominence, he's been looked at as important. I mean, even when the Civil War was going on, even when he hadn't been assassinated yet, like, people kind of understood that this was a big deal.
Right.
So, and he was the one, who was president during this time. So I kind of mentioned a couple weeks ago about how the state parks in Illinois were first formed for historical reasons, not for pretty park reasons. And so it's not surprising that New Salem was one of the ones that they got around to right away. And then after it was established, people were going there and just checking out the land. Like, the Boy Scouts were just going to camp and swim in the creek and be where Lincoln was. And I mean,
it seems like, though, just from hearing that, just to be where Lincoln was the draw.
Exactly. So you weren't even going to look at anything other than to just be in his space, like where he had been. So later in the 1930s is when the Civilian Conservation Corps built all kinds of state park things, like lodges, and in this case, the log buildings that you can see today. And the Civilian Conservation Corps is one of my favorite things ever. The WPA as well. I mean, especially in working on all of this, I've gotten to see a lot of their projects, and it's really, really cool.
How did they get funding for those projects?
Oh, that was all New Deal stuff. So.
Oh, okay. So all FDR.
Yeah,
New Deal?
FDR.
Okay.
Getting people back to work, basically. So the Civilian Conservation Corps was mostly young men that were doing kind of construction projects, that kind of thing. There are, I think, 4 lodges in Illinois, including Pierre Marquette, that were built by the Civilian Conservation Corps.
Wow.
And I want to visit them all at some point.
That'd be really cool, actually.
Yeah.
So, in 1924, the Court of Honor set forth a contest to see which local troop could produce the most first-class scouts in a certain length of time. Mm-hmm. And now troop number 3, fill me in on
number 3. And I don't know what the length of time was. They never specified that. And it was just to go up in rank. So like to go up to being an Eagle Scout or to go up to being whatever the next rank was within the troop. And so troop number 3 was out of Upper Alton Baptist Church, and they won this contest. And so they were given this trip, but when they met to start planning it, the river was too high and it was going to be too dangerous to go where they wanted to go. Or maybe they couldn't even camp on the banks of the river because it was up too much.
Okay.
So whatever it was, they weren't going to make it. And so they ended up going to what was Camp Holly, was just transitioning to Camp Warren Levis, whose 100th anniversary is this year as well. So they spent their 3 days, and this kind of just shows like what nice kids they were. They spent their 3 days that they were supposed to go on this trip, cleaning everything up at camp to get everything ready for the dedication and all of that. So
that's
kind of
really
a nice story.
cool.
They still got to go to New Salem. They had to wait till August. I made sure to put that in there because I wanted to show that they still got to receive their award. But yeah, they got the swimming pool finished and cleaned everything up at Camp Warren Levis.
I just think it's fascinating to know that, I mean, it's not, I hate to say the word weird, it's unique because nothing's weird, it's always different. And to know that the tourist attraction was just to say, I promise I went to school, I stood on the same ground as Abraham Lincoln was the draw.
Yes.
I mean, and I'm not being funny, I mean,
No.
it just to me, we'd go, okay, well, that's cool, you know, but that was literally it. And you could swim in the same creek.
Well, and this is people from Alton, so there were places that you could
go all over. Right.
I'm gonna go stand in front of the Franklin House.
Was it marketing that drew the name? What, I mean, was it the way they marketed this? It's Lincoln's old New Salem. I mean, what was it? Just a marketing thing that got everyone to really go and bite into this? It's just fascinating.
The
to me.
Scouts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that it was going to be a camping trip, and they already liked camping, so it was probably like, oh, this is a new place we've never been before. Get a little bit of funding to get to go further. So I don't know, but they seemed really excited about it.
It's very fascinating to me how it developed. Because when I went to, what do you call it now? Is it just Salem?
It is New Salem State Park.
Okay.
Lincoln's New Salem.
Because you go up there, I mean, it's beautiful the way they lay it out now, and it's so interactive. I love
And I haven't been,
Oh,
so-
no, seriously, you gotta go. Take the kiddos. It's a
Yeah.
weekend trip.
Okay.
It's so fun. Maybe even a day trip, honestly. But go and do it. But just to know, like, that's how it started to where we are now, and knowing that one of the local troops had the chance to do it, but after being told, not right now, or what came up?
The river was too high.
The river was too high. Let's go clean up our own backyard. That's pretty darn cool.
And they unanimously decided to do that.
So
The
not
whole
even
troop,
one said no.
all of them. And I think there were 18
Oh.
boys that went. 18 Boy Scouts made the trip up to New Salem. So presumably that's the same number that went to Camp Warren Levis to work on everything.
Very fascinating.
Yeah, and they got home, arrived back in time for the Baptist Sunday School picnic supper at Rock Spring Park. So they didn't miss that.
They
either.
weren't going to miss that
No.
one. I could tell you that
No.
one.
I wouldn't want to miss that either.
Coming up next week.
food.
Oh, the food, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I wouldn't either. I don't know, maybe I did. I'm kind of skinny, Lacy. I got an issue going on.
You've missed too many picnics.
What'd you write about this week?
I am writing about, I guess it's for tomorrow, the 4th of July accidents. Be careful around fireworks. That is eternal
Wait,
advice.
hold on. We can't just drop those mortars in there when they're already lit and just drop them in the tube and just say, let's blast them off?
No.
Oh,
No, be careful.
please be safe. Seriously.
Seriously, be safe. I don't want someone to be writing about you in 100 years and the accident that you had on this 4th of July.
The way medicine's going, it could be you, Lacy. We're getting advanced.
Oh, with me writing,
the way
not me
medicine's
getting hurt,
no.
sure.
You could be writing about it. The way medicine's going, I could be doing this show in 300
Yeah,
years.
we
you
can
know?
just have this be an eternal show.
At 11:21, you can see Lacy McDonald's article because it actually is up today. And you can see it on RiverBender.com. I'll see you next Wednesday at
All right.
10:10.
Sounds good.
And I'll see all of you tomorrow for our 4th of July show. I'll be live with Lee Cox and Redbird Barbershop. We'll have some fun in between, and we'll see what trouble I can cause on our Independence Day. On that note, have a great day. Try your best to stay out of jail.